It's okay to become a mom in your 30s or even your 40s. I know society makes it sound like, oh, it's too late to have babies or it's too late to start a family, and that truly is not the case. I had my first child in my mid-30s and I do not regret it. In this video, I'm going to go over a couple of reasons why I am grateful I had my first baby in my 30s. So if you are interested in being uplifted and empowered in your journey, continue watching. All right, so we're going to start with the first reason, which is most commonly thought about when it comes to age, which is more life experience. Of course, adding more life experience under your belt is going to add more wisdom, but in no way am I saying that that's going to make you the perfect parent or that you're going to know everything, because that's definitely not the case. But it is going to give you more perspective and insight when it comes to guiding through motherhood for the very first time. That's going to help you out in your journey. So everybody knows that having babies is not cheap, so waiting into your 30s may give you time to build up your career and build up your finances to help you save up for expenses that come with caring for a child, such as childcare, medical costs, or emergencies. By my 30s, my husband and I, we were able to pay down our debt, also able to build up our savings, which helped take the stress and load off of having a newborn join our family. That made it a lot easier for us to enjoy the early days of baby boy and not stressing about the little expenses that are going to come along with it. All right, so this next one might be tough for some, but I know it was a lot easier for me when I was in my 30s. Being comfortable with setting boundaries with your family and friends. I feel very, very strongly about this reason. After our baby boy arrived, we set boundaries with our family and friends that we thought that was best for our baby boy, such as no kissing, especially during RSV season. This also included making decisions without feeling guilty for hurting someone's feelings. Here's the thing. So if your family or friends respect you, they will respect the boundaries that you set in place for your child. Even if they disagree with it, they will respect your decision. Building up your relationship with your significant other prior to adding kids to the mix is so very important. Having a strong foundation with your partner will help with raising your kids as a team. Not only will it help with raising kids, but it also keep your relationship strong. All right, so this next one, I told myself I would definitely do while pregnant and during labor, which is advocating for myself. So in my 20s, I had a lot of medical issues happening, and in that time period, I went to multiple doctors. I knew something was wrong, I just didn't know what, and a lot of doctors just brushed me off like it was nothing. And I told myself that I definitely wanted to advocate for myself when I started a family. Also included with that is finding a doctor who listens to you. So I did a lot of research about OBGYNs that I went to up to getting pregnant so that I can be used to them and see how they answer my questions and see if I was comfortable with them. So if you do have the time to just try out a couple of doctors just for your ordinary appointments, just to see how they respond to your issues or your questions, that way you can know if you're going to be comfortable with that OB during pregnancy or labor later on. And also with that is having a strong support system. So my husband, for me, is that strong support system. He knows all my wishes during pregnancy, labor. That way, if I wasn't able to talk for myself, he knew exactly what my wishes were. If you're able to, hire a doula, which is what I chose to do during my labor. Having a doula there to be able to support you during labor, they know what your wishes are and how to move forward during each step of labor. One of the things about being in your 30s is you're most likely to care less about others' opinions or what others think, especially when it comes to your children. Every family is different. There's no perfect or right way to parent a child. So instead of stressing over judgment of what others think, just make sure you just choose what's best for your family. Everybody's going to have an opinion anyway, so just choose what's best for you. All right, so if you're liking the video so far, I would appreciate it if you would just hit the like button below just to show me that you would like to see more future videos like this. By this point in your life, you've gained a lot of confidence in yourself. You know yourself better. This confidence carries over into your parenting, helping you to trust your instincts as a new mom and in the decisions you make with parenting your child. The next reason of having a baby in your 30s is a great time is you're not as worried worried as missing out on career opportunities because you've already worked through those different career paths, the what if pressure feels lighter and you can focus on the season that you are currently in. More intentional communication and teamwork in parenting. If you're choosing to wait to have kids, you'll have more time to grow in your relationship and to figure out how to communicate as a team. This helps so much with parenting. I know with my husband and I, we talk things through and we share the responsibilities with each other and support each other instead of working against each other. It's less about who's right and more about working with your significant other as a team, which makes parenting a lot more manageable. All right, so this next reason is being more health conscious. So I know in my 20s, I wasn't as health conscious as I am now. Now getting up there in my age, I know how important it is to take care of not only my physical health, but also my mental health. And all of this carries over into pregnancy and labor because when you take better care of yourself, you're able to better take care of your little one. So this next reason is very big when it comes to motherhood, which is patience. There is nothing more that will test your patience than a tiny human who is experiencing all their emotions at once and don't really know how to regulate their emotions themselves. Can we say temper tantrums? I know personally for me, I have a lot more patience than I did when I was in my 20s. With more life experience, you've dealt with stress in different ways and you've learned how to pause before reacting. Trust me, that emotional control could be such a game changer when it comes to parenting. Instead of snapping in those hard moments, you're most likely to just take a second, pause, and breathe so you can respond calmly, which helps makes things a lot easier for both you and your little one. One of the biggest shifts in your 30s is having more confidence to say no to things that don't align with your family values. You truly focus on what matters for you and your family than trying to please everybody. This confidence makes it so much easier to make decisions that's best for you and your child than feeling guilty or second guessing your decision. There are a few things in which I wish someone had told me before I had a baby. Be sure to check out my video that I'm currently working on where I will be going over a few reasons of what I wish someone told me before having a baby. Thanks for watching.
Alright, you done with the number? Let's swing! Woo! Good job! Okay, we're over here. There we go. Yeah! Oh! You did really good.